Imagine you're standing on the shore of a vast inland sea during the late Cretaceous period, about 85 to 80 million years ago, when suddenly a shadow passes overhead. It's not a bird or any creature you've ever seen before. This is Pteranodon, an enormous flying reptile with a wingspan stretching up to 12 meters. Let me tell you, this thing was a marvel of evolution, perfectly adapted for life in the skies over what is now North America. Pteranodon wasn't just big, it was absolutely massive. Picture a creature with a wingspan rivaling that of an F-16 fighter jet, reaching up to 36 feet across. Imagine the sound those leathery wings would make as they cut through the air, creating wind strong enough to knock you off your feet. These weren't just flying reptiles. These were sky rulers, soaring high above ancient seas in search of fish and squid, their vast wings providing unmatched aerial prowess during the late Cretaceous period. Now here's a mind-bender. Pteranodon didn't just glide like modern birds. Thanks to its unique anatomy, including strong pectoral muscles and flexible shoulder joints, it could actively flap its wings with impressive power and agility. This wasn't passive flight, it was an active, dynamic dance in the sky. You need to hear this. But here's what nobody tells you. Pteranodon's wings weren't just for flying, they were also crucial for landing safely on uneven terrain. Recent studies suggest that these creatures had a specialized locking mechanism in their wrist bones, which allowed them to lock and stabilize their wings mid-flight, effectively acting as air brakes during descent or takeoff. And then, can you imagine? Everything scientists thought they knew about Pteranodon fell apart when new fossils revealed that it wasn't just one species but several, each with unique adaptations for different environments. There was the classic Pteranodon longiceps with its iconic head crest, but there were also lesser-known cousins like Pteranodon sternbergi and the even rarer Geosternbergia. Each species evolved to thrive in a specific part of the western interior seaway during the late Cretaceous period. But get this, the real shocker is that these creatures didn't just soar over the ocean, they were adapted to hunt in it too. Recent studies suggest Pteranodon had webbed feet, likely for swimming and diving after fish. Imagine those massive wings slicing through water as easily as air. This creature was built for versatility on both land and sea. Now let's talk about the head crest, a feature that's both mesmerizing and mysterious. It wasn't just a random decoration. Studies suggest it played crucial roles in species recognition and display behaviors. Picture Pteranodon soaring with its majestic crest catching wind currents, allowing it to perform intricate aerial maneuvers with grace and precision. But here's where things get eerie. Researchers now believe these crests were also used for communication, think mating displays or signaling dominance. Imagine a group of Pteranodon circling overhead, their massive head crests flashing in the sun as they engage in elaborate aerial courtship rituals. It's like something out of a dream. And here's another mind-blower. Recent findings suggest that Pteranodon had an advanced respiratory system similar to modern birds, allowing them to fly at high altitudes and cover vast distances. They weren't just local flyers, they were capable of migrating across continents, showcasing their remarkable adaptability and range. This wasn't just about survival, it was a testament to their evolutionary success. But the part that breaks me is still coming. Pteranodon didn't just live in isolation. It was a key player in ancient ecosystems, influencing everything from marine life to terrestrial habitats. Their massive wingspans allowed them to dominate coastal skies, and they were skilled at scooping up fish from the ocean's surface. This made them important predators in their environment, shaping the dynamics of both marine and terrestrial food chains with their presence. Now let's be honest, the thought of Pteranodon patrolling the skies millions of years ago is both awe-inspiring and a little terrifying. These creatures were enormous and sophisticated beyond what many imagine. With a wingspan up to 12 meters, Pteranodon was an absolute monster among flying reptiles. But here's the gut-punch truth. Pteranodon didn't survive long past the end Cretaceous extinction event 66 million years ago. Imagine those vast skies suddenly empty of their rulers, their voices gone forever. It's a haunting reminder that even the mightiest creatures aren't immune to the passage of time. However, it's important to note that Pteranodon was indeed one of the last pterosaurs to dominate the skies during the late Cretaceous in North America, and its extinction marks the end of an era for these magnificent flying reptiles. And yet here we are, marveling at their legacy, still trying to understand these incredible creatures that once soared through the skies. Pteranodon, with its impressive wingspan, was one of the largest flying animals in prehistory, dominating the Cretaceous skies over what is now North America. This isn't just history, it's a cautionary tale about the fragility of life on Earth. So what can you take away from this? Pteranodon wasn't just an animal, it was a force of nature. This ancient flying reptile rewrote our understanding of prehistoric skies, soaring high above Cretaceous seas and coastlines to challenge us to see how interconnected ecosystems truly were. Nothing should be that big or powerful for flight, yet these creatures thrived in their time, with wingspans up to 12 meters, ruling the skies over North America around 80 million years ago. And now, as you stand there on the beach, watching the horizon where Pteranodon once ruled North America during the late Cretaceous period, 86-84 million years ago, you can't help but feel a sense of wonder at what used to be and a hint of sadness for what could have been. This is more than just a story. It's a reminder of how fleeting dominance truly is, as Pteranodon's reign gave way to the rise of other species in Earth's ever-changing history. This thing was insane, and so is our fascination with it. Imagine standing beneath the vast skies where Pteranodon once glided, those massive wings casting shadows over everything below. These weren't just flying creatures, they were living legends, pushing the boundaries of what we think nature can accomplish. Picture a creature with a wingspan of up to 36 feet, soaring above your head like an enormous shadow play. Pteranodon lived during the late Cretaceous period in North America, approximately 85 to 80 million years ago, and was among the largest pterosaurs ever to take flight. But here's the kicker, Pteranodon wasn't alone. The skies were filled with its cousins like Nyctosaurus and Ornithocheirus, their names rolling off your tongue like a roster of ancient gods. Each one more bizarre and awe-inspiring than the last. For instance, Quetzalcoatlus, while not contemporary to Pteranodon, had a wingspan twice that of Pteranodon, reaching up to 12 meters. Can you even fathom that? Now let's talk about their anatomy. Pteranodon's neck was long and slender, perfectly adapted for reaching out to touch another world beyond our own. Its skull featured an impressive crest, likely serving roles in social signaling or thermoregulation rather than just being decorative. Imagine a flock of these creatures taking off from the shores, their crests catching the light like sails on the horizon. But here's where it gets truly insane. Pteranodon didn't live alone either. They were part of an entire ecosystem teeming with life, including dinosaurs like the large herbivore Saurolophus and smaller predators like Dacateraptor roaming below, fish swimming in coastal waters, and smaller pterosaurs darting between trees. Picture a coastal scene from 85 million years ago, filled with these creatures going about their daily lives. It's like something out of a dream. And then here's where it gets really fascinating. How did Pteranodon actually fly? These weren't birds, they were reptiles. Their bones were hollow and lightweight yet incredibly strong, allowing them to achieve flight with minimal effort. They had unique flight muscles that enabled them to achieve liftoff without extensive flapping, much like a hang glider launching from a cliff. Can you imagine what it would be like to witness one of these magnificent creatures soaring into the sky? But let's not forget about the dangers Pteranodon faced. When it soared over inland seas, colossal marine reptiles like Mosasaurus patrolled the waters below. On land, formidable terrestrial predators such as Tyrannosaurus rex ruled the North American landscape during the late Cretaceous period. Despite these threats, Pteranodon thrived by outmaneuvering its rivals and exploiting vast fossil-rich inland seas for abundant food sources. And then hold onto your seats, their extinction. No matter how powerful Pteranodon was, no creature can escape the inevitable. Some scientists suggest it was climate change or an asteroid impact that led to their demise. Whatever the cause, these magnificent creatures vanished from our world forever. But their legacy lives on in every fossil discovered and every story told. So as you stand there, gazing at that empty sky where Pteranodon once soared over the western interior seaway, let it sink in. This isn't just a tale of ancient beasts. It's a reminder of how fleeting power truly is, no matter how mighty or dominant one becomes. Nothing lasts forever, not even the rulers of the skies. Pteranodon reigned supreme during the late Cretaceous period, 86-85 million years ago. But like all species, its time eventually came to an end with the mass extinction event that marked the close of the age of dinosaurs. Think about that next time you're staring up at the clouds, or better yet, when you look down from high above. Every living thing has its time to shine, and then it's gone. That's what makes life so precious and unpredictable. And isn't that just insane? Imagine the sheer scale of Pteranodon's wingspan, a monstrous 20 feet across. Picture those leathery membranes slicing through air currents no modern bird could hope to match. This wasn't just flight. It was a mastery of the atmosphere, an aerial ballet only these ancient giants could pull off, soaring over prehistoric oceans and skies of North America during the late Cretaceous period. But here's what nobody talks about, the bone structure. Pteranodon had hollow, lightweight bones that were incredibly strong, supporting its massive frame. It's like having a bird made entirely out of balsa wood and titanium. How did nature manage that? That's the kind of evolutionary innovation we can only marvel at today. And then scientists discovered fossilized nests with eggs nearby, revealing that Pteranodon wasn't just soaring, it was also nesting and raising young. This side to its life makes you wonder how many more secrets are buried beneath our feet. Can you imagine the nurturing side of such an aerial giant? The part that breaks me is still coming, Pteranodon's ability to take off from water. While not as well documented as its land or aerial capabilities, evidence suggests that Pteranodon was versatile enough to launch itself skyward from lakes and seas using powerful legs and flexible wings in tandem. This adaptation allowed it to exploit a wide range of habitats, making it one of the most adaptable creatures of its time. That's the thing, Pteranodon wasn't just a dinosaur relative with wings. It redefined what we think is possible for flight. Every time you see an airplane or a bird soaring above, remember that once upon a time, there was something even more incredible ruling the skies. And now they're gone, leaving behind only the echoes of their greatness. Isn't that just incredible? Here's one last thing to ponder, Pteranodon's lifespan. Some estimates suggest they lived for decades. Think about it, decades of soaring over landscapes that would change dramatically during their lifetime. It's like witnessing a century's worth of history from 20,000 feet up. So next time you look up at the sky, remember there was once a creature like Pteranodon soaring through the air, capable of seeing the world from heights and perspectives we can scarcely fathom. And isn't that what makes prehistory so utterly breathtaking?